Hello, everyone. I'm Ben Coleman, your anchor host for the Florida Aviation Network, here with you at NBAA 2022. And we are walking around and we're seeing the manufacturers, the vendors, the service providers of the industry. Speaking of service providers, we have John. I'm going to get over here so I can shake your hand.
Pleasure to meet you. John Werner with PJI. I'm the president and CEO. And we are distribution and service from ground support equipment, aircraft parts, consumables, and avionics test equipment.
And you were the head chief cook and bottle washer.
I do it all. Clean the floors, everything.
John, we had a chance to talk a little bit earlier about your Pilot John International.
Yep.
You took over, you've been there for about 4 years, so for a 20-year business of supporting ground support equipment.
Correct.
People don't realize what all goes on in the background behind either an airline or a corporate or any type of operation where you have to move aircraft or jack aircraft. And it's encouraging to see it taken on such a professional level. You have a professional pilot background. You came from Purdue.
Correct.
And you have a professional business background as well. You flew for a couple years. You got some Dash 8 time.
Yep.
Hey, you like flying those Dash 8s?
Dash 8s were awesome. They're a great aircraft. We had a lot of fun flying them, so it was wonderful.
You've ever been in a 7?
I have not been in a 7.
Oh, hold. Don't talk too much about the 8. Got to talk about the 7.
I got to go back to the 7. Have you been in a 7?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No. John, I digress. PJI is that's a pretty catchy acronym in the industry.
Yep.
How are you rebranding coming up from Pilot John International?
Yep. So the company started 20 years ago with Carolina GSC, and we were very focused on the ground support equipment side, from used equipment, overhauls, and service. So as we've expanded over the last 4 to 6 years, we've looked at what do the mechanics need while they're maintaining their aircraft. And ground support, they're using the ground support equipment while they're maintaining it. So what other products go along with it? So in the last few years, we have expanded into avionics test equipment, we brought in consumables, and we're starting to bring in aircraft parts into the mix to make it a very easy and seamless customer experience for the mechanics to package, package the aircraft or package the parts and equipment so they can easily maintain it in one solution. And as we rebranded, Carolina GSC was very focused on GSC, and now as we expand into new products, PJI allows us to encompass and grow into different parts of the aviation industry. And also on our international side, with putting international in it, we do about 35% international. Our business is international. So it was very important for us to include that into PJI.
Interesting. And I know, John, that you're about 30 strong.
Yep.
Do you have any, what's your future aspirations? Do you want to get bigger, or you want to specialize and just focus?
So we've done very well focusing in ground support equipment, and we want to continue focusing into different areas, into continuing to focus in service. We do in-house finance and rentals. So if people need short-term financing or rentals, we will do it in-house on all the ground support equipment side. And then looking at different servicing aspects into GSC. And we're looking at different other areas that service that mechanics may need that goes into GSC or other areas of the business.
Wow, and I know you're a Tronair distributor, is that correct?
Yes, we are.
Tronair, that's top of the line.
It is.
Can't get much better when you talk about jacking.
Tronair, yes. Tronair has the best equipment in the industry and one of the most trusted name of the industry for equipment. Mechanics trust it, we trust it, and we take their distributorship and maintaining their equipment extremely serious. The aircraft mechanics, they rely on this equipment to make sure they can repair their aircraft in a timely manner.
And I tell you, John, there's nothing more difficult and frustrating is to be jacking an aircraft and a dead gum leak, or a leak. You got a leaky seal, and you put up with it, But what you guys fix all that.
Correct. Yes, we do. So speaking of jacks, we do full complete overhauls on jacks. We tear them down to the frame. They come out looking like brand new. Replace all the seals. We do load testing for all the jacks to the manufacturer specifications to make sure they're 100% perfect when they leave our facility.
And you just hit the appropriate phrase here,
Yep.
perfect.
Perfect.
And you know, if you start settling for mediocrity,
Yep.
where do you stop settling for something that's not perfect?
We don't settle. Everything has to be perfect coming out of our facility.
Well,
and that's just the mentality I've had, and to portray it for the whole team to be able to have the whole team and make sure they have the same mentality that I do.
That's very, very important, because you establish the safety trends and the safety culture for the operation, and it's very, very strong. Coming, your pilot background is so important, and I know that the Tri-Air equipment, they're proud of it. They're
Very
pretty proud.
Very proud.
They're proud, and it's expensive.
Yep.
However, you pay peanuts, you get monkeys.
Correct.
So if you really want some good equipment, you got to pay for it, but it
Correct.
will pay you back in service.
Correct. That is exactly true.
So, John, is there anything as we wrap this one up that you'd like to share with us, other than we're going to spread PJI all over the place?
I appreciate it. Thank you. This is our first trade show as we rebrand to PJI. We have a fantastic team here. We're continuing to grow and expand into new areas, new product lines, and we look forward to helping all of our customers and new customers in the industry.
And not only that, but you're also a proving ground for bringing up new employees with your apprenticeship or your intern program. You've hired 4 of the previous interns, and you have 2 currently in the pipeline.
In the pipeline, yeah. So we worked with the local community college in the automobile program in the local community college, Craven Community College, and we started an internship program to bring them in, to give them experience and see what else is out there besides working on automobiles. And this is, in the GSE side, it goes hand in hand. What they're learning in school can transfer over into GSE. So it is a great program. We've had 4 students last year internship. Now they're full time with us, and we currently have 2 part time that are going through.
So important, John.
Yep.
So important.
Yep.
John, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
I'm going to let you get back on with your business.
Yes, awesome. Thank you. Pleasure. Thank you, guys.
Talk to you later, and Ben Coleman, we'll see you next interview.